The Captain Wendell Aury chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution of Murray recently had the opportunity to be a part of a very special grave marking of a Revolutionary War veteran. The formal ceremony for Private Jesse Henson took place at Soldier Creek Church.
Well, I discovered that our chapter, Captain Wendell Aury, which is celebrating its 65th anniversary of its founding in Murray, had never had a grave marking for a Revolutionary War soldier. And I found this soldier out here at Soldier Creek Primitive Baptist Church, which I just think has a wonderful name. It has a wonderful aura. The more I found out about him, the more I liked him. He was a private. He had no background where anybody was behind him. Came to this area at the age of 60 with his wife, his children. They built their farm, they built the roads, they built their churches, they built their communities, and they built their schools.
The DAR also honored Private Henson's wife and daughter with grave markers.
Then I found his wife had a Revolutionary War background of her own. Her father, two brothers, and a brother-in-law were all Revolutionary War soldiers. And then I found out that the DAR had a special marker for first daughters. And I thought, okay, she's a first daughter. And then I discovered their first daughter, Jane, also was buried here. And I thought, okay, we've got a trifecta. If we do one, we've got to do all three.
It took a lot of hard work and research from the DAR and the family of Private Henson for this ceremony to take place.
I was out here and he had a marker, and it was a military marker. And then my friend Bob Johnston is a descendant, and he told me about the fact that he was a descendant. And I discovered that nobody in the DAR had gone under Jess Henson. And I thought, well, that's peculiar. So Bob found a cousin in Maysville, Tennessee, who was only 6 generations removed. Most people are 8 or 10. And we found Janice Groves, and she said, well, she'd like to do that. She didn't know she had a Revolutionary War veteran as an ancestor. And she said, my daughter, who lives in Atlanta, would like to join too. And I said, wonderful. Breezed right through. They had all the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed, and it's all because of the records in the Pogue Library.
What made this significant was this was the first grave marker for a Revolutionary War soldier in Marshall County.
You know, you hear about this pioneer spirit and the wanting to move west, but I think it's like everything else. When it boils down to it, it's about money. They want a better life, and they thought they could get it here. So, and the possibility of getting not free land, but land grants.
Family of Private Henson traveled long distance to come together and support their ancestry.
It was here recently when my mother filled out the paperwork for the DAR and all the responses that she had to go through to get all the research. And I thought it was just fascinating what we've done in the history of our family. So I always try to get the rest of our relatives that are still alive to talk about their past, and this was good to see some that who couldn't talk come to life for us.